This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV sunye ya mamunyi na akwaba. Na mayanko ye chikaka ye calculation. Enche bia beye 2 weeks ni ene yete say udu NSS National Service Scheme o makacha yese ma me Gifty Oware se hwanhwan dia o eye GFA ESCO board no so ESCO member or ESCO member yese say 400,000 ghost names so say 100,000 ghost names o mu twese kan de ghost names account me na wa twese kan na wodi ma me neduma wo ye no na woni mi say last year December Kevin Taylor aye story be fa no ho e ma wo kire say NSS o ma be afi no ma be tua say January February March April e dia mom 2023 o ma mo ye no afi no be tua mo second mom na Kevin dey ma me to so kire say sa ma me hye ho no diska sana Kevin ho bibi na wo ka bibi ampa ene sa news na ba e break ya ma ye nyine wo sampa asema Kevin Taylor ka fa ma me no ho 1 year ago no na yampa na we no sinchenya World Bank enso nsem abebi piem yes IMF ayako sika yakogye ene dia ban no ababeto ne nsema wontimi fanya adwuma nyina Kevin Taylor faya asabre no ni nyina asisu dia nei na we no so sinchenya National Development Plan a wo chese mahama sha asese wo ye ho adwuma akufa bai wato nyina gu etri committee ana na podum nyina wo so se wo mo no mo ba bwa ma yenya National Development Plan for ene akosi sei Kevin Taylor ebisa ye nso yebisa gana for na chese nsema Kevin kan ye last year be nyina FCC 11111
NSS announces payment of arrears for January, May 2023. Now, yes, sorry, as a national service for MPP are buying Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah muti radio TV so muti national service for my main kind story in show. Now me mountia say national service in here. My main kind be chamo. The only thing you can do now, and then go for me inbox me Kevin, what should we do? Vote against the NPP. Now, kind story now, you see, NSS National Service Secretariat announces payment of arrears for January to May. Now, national service from Koye, national service from 2023 January ABC endeno. Okay, story now. So management of the national service scheme is set to pay a set. Tie, brofo na make kind show no. Say the management of national service scheme is set to pay the arrears of personnel who completed the mandatory 1-year service this year. Yes, national service for national service, national service so no. De nkrata beto abontene say yam ahomboaboa ye ahomboaboa say betua ye national service from January ewo afiwe mu no. Now my mention breakdown. This payment, which covers arrears from January 2023 to May 2023, will be released on Friday, December 8th, 2023. Just national service for no from January 2023 to May, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. Yo December. Na akora wa be national service 1 year. Afei na yebeko 2024 no. Afei na abani tia ne 4 months national service eden we been friend salary stipends. Na abai we at Ghana. Na Ghana for to say ende yentuma ba omia we momo Jimmy. Oh, pastor, sorry. Enti o kind story na afei na NPP aban January December 8th 2023 no afei na mo ba betua national service for a omo ya national service afei we mu no from January to May, January, February, March, April, May, 4 months, 5 months pe. Na busa won say sa sika nimpo e beba if you say o kind story na omo nka say omo tue omo say afei na omo bepwe omo boabo omo. That means say yentia national service for nyina 4 months from January to May no enwie no near 2024 May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Sasika we are sick. Because you're 2024 obi enu obenya sika ba betua o 8 months aka wo. You're 2024 omo muti office wo no omo kope MPD omo wie sika kugu wo se na be ya omo ni so free power into your national service ni a. The only way about to menya that 8 months salary is when you vote against this government, because the next government will be forced to pay it. Into way simple. I am not supposed to sit here and speak grammar to you. 2023 no you only 4 months yentua you afen no mo dwene ho so mbetua. So omutia near 2024 omuntia they are 8 months omuntia into your national service and akobo besia edi bo ho bra edi your national service till this point. Remember, you are owing, you are going to struggle to pay that money. So for national service for more 2023, and you know, say 2022 for omusikambaye, do you know that the government still owes 2022 for national service sika? Into also TSS say send afeni betua January to May amount 2023 you read 2024 you are not going to get anything again. Now so 1 year national service now koye no, but remember rain fee, you are not guaranteed this money. This money you are not guaranteed. Some case you are not guaranteed. Yeah, in case you tia o say afero mo ya mo aboa and then your announcement, you know, it can take another 2 months, it can take another 3 months, it can take till February. So don't sit there and say and they release a statement in T all the way back at 2018 national service for you. I can open the phone lines for 5 minutes. 2018, 2019, 2020 national service for yentia obusika momo. Inti ngofo abaka kire mo say, oh yeah, boy 2023 the whole 12 months on betua mu 4 months pa ma also tia say 8 months na shit. The only way you can retrieve your money is what John Mahama is telling people. Change this government and a better government to come and structure things for you. NDC are buying on national service for mo amoko universities near their nyina na NDC are buying say oh see hospitals and schools na mo wi ama benya dwuma ye. Commander Sugar Factory kenden kesi yanka mo do mo nya dwuma ye. Mo ko di nkwasiafo we echi enende oya national service ade na obenya. Because only interest to be a national service personnel do not commit to anything. They are not even committed to the work they are doing. Into do one crime pono yaman some they can't even teach. The government too is not really willing to pay them. So we need to understand. Only option be to vote against the NPP. You have no option. Here, Mameka be in in Ghana, election ankasa, real election, 6 months pay. I mean, kind of cringe. In Ghana, say election, yeah, kwako tuaba, ako yi president. Realistically, a year 6 months. Mr. Ayers, get me that girl's picture. Get me her picture. IMF. Sorry, Ghana. I mean, can't you young people now in politics, mono? Ye di bro nye wia na na do dan kweku fuado MPP government ne gu. The government is not going to think about munyina nobody again. Right now, you read December where you woman ye di bro nye wia say Kim near January. The only thing they think about and then they say sika omo wia no omo be wini power. MPs, they don't care about you. Parliamentarians about parliamentar, it is not in your interest though. It is because you be punching. Their interest about how to steal more money and pay their way. Enti menye wa agene say you read 2024 nana do dan kweku fuado aban ebeye bibi bawomia. No, me say you wie month we are 6 months per the president from January to June, July a campaign, whether you like it or not. NPP4 you read January afen omo ba beyi omo men MPs. Omo yi MP bia yenim ada Mahamudu Bawumia beyi the vice president and an running mate. Into the question here is a whole 6 months a buying will come to a halt. Now omo mawie sika ko yehye bebi nyina they are chasing the money. This is not a time for policy. This is the time to pump money in the system to win power. Into also TSS say from January to July it is done, there's nothing. From July to December, and on you say, I feel oh, you be just sword into Omobaba, they be a macachem in your sante for. MPP, they will come to Ashanti region. Project project from 2017 mani pankum oma beju twani nyina no oh ye twa we ano ya ye adwuma ombehu se sebi omunim se ye ne asantefo ye bumbi ne ye jimi so amenom ka so mbesi ama no muntumi nsi omuntumi ma Ashanti region point to one hospital almost see free scratch. They can't. The only thing they will come and tell us, oh you have penti we twa ahumem oh we Muhammad see ye twa ahumem some see ye ntumi mie. They have nothing in the Ashanti region, and that is how it's going to be. Into a national service ni, we are teacher trainee, we are nursing trainee. Vote against this government because abane egu. There's nothing again. The government has ended. Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado abano egu. In this one, I say you be right a few emu Ekufuado mo. They are going to do something extraordinary, and they want bottom. So the National Service management of the scheme in a press statement issued on Thursday, December 7th said arrears of June and October were yet to be paid by the government. Almost say January to May. Now from June to October into May, June, July, August, September, October. Now must say another 5 months. Almost say can the omudin ka bom koko se anya de mo benyeski bia na nka May to December mpom nti omo May to December May from June to October no matter another 5 months na sa 5 months na to aso krado they don't have the money aban ma omo sike bia inti o se o ti ase ye di bronya wi a wow so ti Ghana me youth Ekufuado be ye dwuma bi ba omia be lead bibi wagimi ye the youth start aba na youth start me no me ye ka se ubonku kobo okra o menhia how many months be di youth start aba youth start be dwuma ben boankra mo boankra na esiwo no otumfo se tutu mampon hene yakodi obi ahụ agro na ma besuo sebio omo ya ahemfo no se toys omo na obetam omo se kodu na omo kodi omo agro na besuo boankra no wey mo boankra no where is the boankra? And the Omoba Ashanti region bia anything the NPP will touch is something the NDC did. NPP to me pointed to anything Omodia asobo from a C Yamanigini. They don't have one. Into why numbers of Buni Kwasia? Yania biom numbers of Buya Kwasia because yet the Pesoruku because yet the Niger Nomo yet the Obita Jana Samuel Jimmy for Tonoma, a Frinyame, and a Tihai. Nana do danko Ekufuado onyame na eyi no Ekufuado Peter Ekufuado de onimnyame and then the gay bill on sign also on sign it and the trumu Nana do danko Ekufuado and sign trumu na emeye mra na obia entumi je trumu organa ose onye kwase ampanyi we so osi cathedral ya body dini afre no. So the national service people no moto no omo Ghana for so mo jimi gawe in 2020 ya be election we are national service and we 2 years ago national service akotena GFA also akoto de wakoto eye team some we jimi sa seman se boy we oginawa me huni baby eye oba sa de we 2020 na odidi John Mahama tem John Mahama is an idiot ya tem na question national service secretariat kwase aba otowa we odi na to say adana odi oba tem o kasem John Mahama is an idiot ya wakase Ekufuado the idiot emwa we ba betra TV say ne chest say bulletproof oginawa I had to say Spartan for bulletproof we mu nyina didi John Mahama tem and omo national service secretariat omo wieska ya jimi oginawa I had to say Spartan here wa road weapons egu esi dan ho we as a Spartan for bulletproof. These are the people at National Service Secretariat. Busa send the pay a kemuda. And Oma Kotana GFA and the OT GFA Escodi and Dienso. A Honor Osako Wiesika Mwawi. They have added nothing to our National Service Secretariat or scheme. These people. And these were the people who were insulting John Mahama every single day on TV and on radio. Ojinawa I said titi bulletproof. Ojinawa I say. And these are the people who are national service. There are lots of you guys who are smarter than these people. And they are working banchiri in Ghana. And we sit there and watch them. Adentra MPP for Ofibia Bekakan Kwasasama Nofan Wedi. Young men and women, thousands of them, they are restless and right now they are jobless. They don't even believe in anything again. So I'm and the Ghana for sorry, the politicians are the same. These are the people. Mrs. I think I needed only this one. This is the only one I needed. Thank you, Mr. S. I'm in Chama dear, you jump, but Chama dear be fast. It's not me, we fast, no. And the IMF for a catch a year MPP are buying more money IMF issue. That's in my minimum 2 minutes. MPP are buying the so about almost 1 trillion. Besia my bugum. Only 1 trillion. On an account tennis one articulate me and sa. And just see this so dollars. A kai ku forward my bugu Ghana no. Now the SCD say yet the cow fee and yes, I the cow abruchri. Now IMF want to say $600 million is a dear number to be my no. I was say ye ni omo ye di omo cow abruchri investors esikafo amaya maya ni omo di ka ye di omo ka no ye nkone no mo kwatena se ne ni omo nkasa hu se ne ye betua omo kana mo ebi so omo sika no omo de maye no omo mpese ye betam sika na sa akoma sankofo no nti o se ye ne sankofo ko kasa mo makoma to miem se na na do dan kwakufu ado ne ba omia be bo besia di ye no kwan we su ne ye betua mo sika na mo nti de IMF de maye de mamma monsa mamma monsa nka enu nti na ende NPP for call IMF ebe sinne Wontumi enye sika no now first tranche no $600 million aba e wo se akwaji sakawa wonu say IMF for my 3 billion so 3 billion no e wo se agini kakra se second $600 million kwa ntumi nje every say IMF for say yenko na omo ayabo omo besia ye from eye de eye creditors ana de bi o metena TV so omo ka kire mo ye ka say creditor obi a obo ye besia ye dika botwo e wa bontene enti no yentumi mo besia biom I am of 600 na emba and the man we your friend Amin Adams or say tie de okaye or say what is outstanding is our creditors. What is for our credit what is outstanding is for our creditors, our external creditors, to also make a certain decision which I believe they will make sooner in order for us to tick all boxes, and then the IMF will have a board meeting after which the disbursement of the funds will be done. Bro, for can you say the cow abruchri? Omo yedi omo kano e wo se omo gitum say e kana omo de no ye bepe kwan bi so etua momo a ye mfo ye sanka IMF sika no. Na eno kura no omo nya ntiase o. So omo tiase wi a ansa na IMF so akọ meeting. Akọ dwendwene ho say nkofo asem omo kenyansa wo mu de. Ye mfa 600 momo ansem ye mfa momo. John Dramani Mahama in 2015 echo IMF. It was a spark because IMF share nyoma John Mahama de atutu kwem nyoma sika kakra be kan nsa ode yeye ene adekudie ntia sebio omoba IMF abeje mboa na IMF who say this is easy, we give them the money, they can do something positive. And John Mahama kwa IMF kwa 900 million pe 900 million. IMF did not waste time, they gave it to him because they knew sa enyoma mleko to IMF enim no IMF hwemu hu se amanfo we mbo besia amanfo we hia sika support omo ho de ayade na de oma ye kura nsa na mo ba ha ne kire se de sika ne mo a sa anyoma na oma ye na ebetume generate sika e mo mate omo ka ne ntem eni ti na IMF tamu sika ma John Mahama nana adodan kwakufu ado omo pe 3 billion ya mo 600 million pe ye pa na 600 million akodi se ye ntumi mpo nya second 600 million because IMF won show omo ntumem omo hwe nkofo we krata emu ehu se amanfo we abo besia 1 trillion me no ka se omo se nipa 300 or 600 echo Dubai echo meeting me no ka se omo ye local or domestic election na omo cha 2000 per delegate me no ka say a kuro team omo invest a cent or a single city in any infrastructure. Me no ka say corruption has swallowed them. Omo ankasa special prosecutor is crying on national television. Me no ka say they have taken the people for granted. They are still involved in scandals. So IMF one who go for any creditors who go for say we are comfort. They are very skeptical. Dim almost some bet nasin nkofo we aye deal because omunji ekufuado IMF no ene ekufuado aban aba omia di enim no omunji ndi na de ema we kra din ne say omusi omuko meeting no the international creditors omo ye de omo kan say omo hu say ba omia nka no kre Some of us borrowed us money because of Baumia no de, and in some of Kachiromo. Abrofo si de omo nyam ponche. Abrofo omo nya de nyame be you. Abrofo omo nya yenhwe nyame animu. Omo the practicality. Meeting national ade abrofo no ka kire NPP for no say. Nipa na onam no so keka nsam yedam sika na mam no sa nipa no krampo no and the economy no nka ho asem. Into why should we give you this money without giving you strict rules to abide by? Into problem of for that having any MPP for having you say omo ye de omo ka obrochi no omo so omo nji Baumia ndi. They don't trust Baumia because they were expecting Baumia to lead this delegation because he's the chairman of the economic management team, and it was through the things he said in opposition and into Musikama Ghana. Now as we speak today, the guy who led the conversation is not even part of the delegation. The guy is back home in Ghana. He has refused to even speak on the economy. In the same time, Sika when you mama no man for rules and to one. Not the bit the Biomo Busom Sika. Why no monko on the pa? For the Brody Kenyan say Ghana bane omo de omo kana eda hu din komo. They are hoping say omo bet member reach a deal bi. I am a phone account. Into omo se mo po bi blemu a mo blemu Baumia oforiata ekufuado. Ade nti omo de omo abontin po a omo ayede omo kana so omo mpene. Ebesin de omo da hu din komo. Ade nti na nkomo na ensi. Na nkofo sabetam Ghana show mu nsem se de omo nsa manage Ghana adan ya Baumia de onim nyansa o Baumia economic waste kid Baumia ni economic and the economics assembly yeken and the IMF for say ye de mon nkofo no so munim enwoma omo nim eye economy no omo nko ne eye omo eni omo de ye de omo ka no enko kasa Baumia ti Ghana esi ayetia yenim bebia ye nkwada se ebetua workers canes man to yenim Saban benye sika e de ama hospitals enim yeti kroma every month bia e wo say ekwe meeting and say yenye didi and the omo supply power Ghana e wo say de bia no ye ne omo sign agreement oh we de mendum no next month e betua enkwasi aban na ebu ni sa na adan boje say etombuko ana boje say aban ni bu no e te say de ye chichinchere enye de bia na aban ni obi na goje oh yes rewo mo de munjia light no na say asogli for so mudum light so mo de mo ma 1 week e betua and omo na abrochire ye just say ye ni bibia ye consistent under these fools bibia ni wa ye dia ye ni aban a obetuma aka say watena for 2 solid years on copper obi a chow to maybe if it's a service they are providing or whatever aban will to me yet right now ekufuado aban no aye bibia eye hand to mouth in jigiswani susoswani e de Ghana and the menokasa na dwe betume dum light omudum light because so independent power suppliers no abani omedi nkomo omuso omo 2 weeks den na ochechire mansa den na wo fa nipa se utua ne ka nipa se wo fa na dwuma wo fa nipa se omechechire man na de bia hand to mouth a ohun se sankofo na jimi ohun se sankofo no dumi chechire man no ohun se sankofo no dane man ni sha omu nsem a omu bekun. They don't have the brains to govern. Governance is not day by day or week by week. Governance is all about being proactive. The decision you take today should be able to cushion you for 5 years. And Nintina, gone in the year 2015, NDC forecast that we need a national development plan. Because NDC, Ebedru Pempenso bi hu say, ya chichiri Ghana if you come and Nkrumah abreso abedru ha, uhwe wechia. The Kwame Nkrumah started here, the only political party etumi atwa Kwame Nkrumah ideology ni so any the why omashebu kina NDC. So the NDC saw it say I was say obia or yes political party we so di Ghana so no I was see nyina etina se na ye kan tibom na ye free bibi national development plan in fear eduanan no ye betumi di so because Kwame Nkrumah ye ne de no in fear eduanan no etwam imredu se san fear eduanan ye be sa fa another in fear eduanan meaning another 40 years and work within that their plan. And that is where we got to the introduction of the National Development Plan. And so John Dramani Mahama Endra, when he was speaking to the CEOs, he told them the 24-hour economy, it is instilled, it is enshrined in the 40-year development plan of Ghana. And it is not something off track. And because of power. It is something we have already thought of. And no, so when you get the government that is ready or a leader of a party that is ready to go or work within the National Development Plan, you are lucky. Because when you go to majority of the African countries, they don't even work with nothing or with anything. You have gotten a leader or say, I want to submit to a development plan we all put together. The development plan now under NDC. Yama Ghana for nyina tena ase. Ya dwene wo say in fear eduana edi enim no. This is how we are going to govern no. NPP ba power now. What was the first thing they did? Now before I go to the national development plan, there's something I want to show you. Now in Ghana, right? So we see politicians are not any in some especially the NPP. They have always every time lied to you people because you musansem and with all due respect, some part of the media they have helped NPP to get to this point. And every time the NPP comes in and they derail from our national agenda, and every time they come in and they lie to the people, some of the media is quick to protect the NPP. If the NPP had followed the national development plan, but when the NPP came to power, after the NDC put together, because NDC crowd, I'm not being fair to Ghanaians, after Ghanaians all over the country came together to put a document together that this is the kind of document we want to build our country, it's going to be the guidelines to build the country. No, the NPP came to power and they said no. Now, before the national development of plan was put together, there were some people in the system who, from day one, Makacha Ghana for, there's something we need to do. We always have to understand the say. Enya obi oti TV so ana or join a kubia or kasebia ni nyansa. We need to get that in our head. Yes, he will be an expert. Yes, he will be a president of an organization. Yes, he will be a social commentator. Yes, he will be an analyst. With all due respect, those people are not intelligent than you. The only difference between who any omonene say, they have the opportunity to speak on things that you don't have the opportunity to. They are not smarter than you. They are not intelligent than you. So we should not sit down and say when those people speak, it means to say so say I buy way your papa or searching china I also share wabra boom and what is around you if the government is really affecting you positively. Because you are the only person who will vote on that day. Inti mamuma enkofobi internet TV so internet radio so and Mekimu and Guinness said Jimmy. Now, from 2011, we are going back into history. We are going to talk about the National Development Plan. I've mentioned BB why we have to be careful when people come out and say we are a professor, you are this, when they are contributing to national discourse or on the political affiliation. Let me tell you, Ochra news file because every single person sitting there will be our interest. I am going to repeat this. Omuti TV so kasa. From the journalists to the last person on that radio or that show, no, they have their interest because Obia Tuaba and Obia Adikudientia or Tuaba. It is also a news file. No more to work asa. Now I'm to say there would be ono omuti a plateau so and a bibi so and a washer from baby now tioma. They are like you. They have only one vote. They have only one vote. They have their interest. Oko City News. Now they have their interest. Say CSOs. CSOs, civil societies, no, Otis will be TV so kasa, whether from where or from where. They all have their interest. Have their interest because they work for political parties and their ideologies. And you don't see those people as angels. They are neutral. They are not. They will brain you for you to think, say they are neutral. They are not, because at the end of the day, every single person votes. Now let me take you back. How the MPP brought us here. And Friday, we're going to do some history right now. Then Ghana for the national development plan. I say why John Dramani Mahama is insisting. Say we Ghanaians, we have to do what? We have to all fall in this plan. It is the only plan right now that can put us back on track. And the 24-hour economy is a plan that has got a lot of their branches. The 24-hour economy is the heart. I want to pump your blood, you know. When the 24-hour economy is to be what we will all see in say the other the events, you know, will be getting enough blood and they'll be working effectively. And internet there, sorry, I have to say GRA force almost person extended the working hours of the workers. It means 24 hours, 24-hour economy. It is possible. That alone, because before you go on, what Bibi to say a story like this, you say the GRA, they do history no GRA for release statement, extension of working hours. That means what John Mahama was saying is true. That means what John Mahama was saying, say, in the National Development Plan, the 24-hour economy, it's now to implement it. It is true. Now, what are they saying? With compliments from the management and staff of Customs Division, Tema Collection, we write to inform you of our proposal to increase the number of working hours per day for all custom officers operating at the long room from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. This will take effect from Monday, 18 December 2023 till the year end. So right now, we all know, say, oh, it is possible. That means that the John Mahama cannot, any bad idea. It means Bawumia is an idiot. It means Bawumia does not understand. Bawumia does not know John Mahama's policy can make the impossibility possible. Bawumia does not understand how to run an economy. So this letter alone from the GRA clearly states to say Mahamudu Bawumia does not know how to govern. He is not an economist or a fafrakobo. This justifies John Dramani Mahama Samawaka. We all need to work within the national development frame. Now, almost say it is what? It is a proposal. That means say GRA for no almost share workers no. They are proposing workers in it is up to them. If they know say the benefit that comes with it is good, they are going to admit or accept. And that is what John Mahama has been saying all these years. It is a proposal. We are not going to say but when you look at the incentives, and anytime because the 24-hour economy is the blood, it is the heart. The heart pumps blood into a pumping blood through the veins. Into a pumping blood, all the little sectors will be strong. But some sectors, if they decide not to take the blood, they will die. There are some veins in your body. So when the blood, the heart is pumping blood and it refuses to take the blood that is coming from the heart, those veins will die because they need blood to survive. And so we need to understand the 24-hour economy, it has come to stay. And that is the only way that we as a nation can get back on our feet. And for GRA to even release this statement, they are confirming and telling Ghanaians. So this is basically GRA telling Ghanaians that John Mahama Asamna Okano, it is possible. John Mahama Asamna Okano, it is possible. And if you're a Ghanaian today watching me, even the institutions that are under this government are telling you, say, be smart. If somebody said 24 hours, we can implement it. That means the person is proposing something very good. So let's not take the John Mahama 24-hour economy project or proposal as a cheap thing. No, it is the game changer. And it's not so Obi Bienano as an economist can say a bad idea or he does not understand the economics. He is just a flamboyant, a proponent, exponent economist. Until fundamentals nasi. Now let me show you why the 24-hour economy is important, and the reason why a national development was say you stick to it. Yesterday, John Mahama met CEOs in Ghana, and he insisted and reiterated that Ghana at this point we need a 24-hour economy, and the reason is that our national development plan, which is a 40-year plan, we need to work within that. Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah said no cash allocated to Information Ministry 2024 programs. Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah ababontan because on the information minister then so budget way by omuhwe mu no na sika edema the ministry near 220,000 Ghana cedis into your man share sika or budget nim na or say no ebemo mudwuma na din to send information across. The message I have for Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah and say Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah should understand say politics MPP for using this a toilet roll. And Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah, all the boys that you were into politics before, in fact, Oma only enter politics. Obi to say John Kuma, see how wealthy John Kuma is. See how much money John Kuma has made. Today, Bawumia is considering John Kuma to be his vice president. Look at a young man like Samia Uku or the NLA. See how wealthy Samia Uku is. Nanabi Ukra Jimmy, Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah from day one, we were telling you these people were going to use you like a fool. You see, today you don't know where you belong. And these are some of the things we tell you guys about. When you join a political party, you should be asking yourself, it's not about money, but where do I basically, how did they see me? Where are they? Am I going to be their priority as this political party moves ahead? Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah, the Emi say you are such a fine gentleman. Right now in the NPP, where do you sit? Where do you sit? And Yakacha said, in forward the way we were advising you, stop the unnecessary propaganda you were doing in the name of thank you, Ransford Kebuachi. Good evening. In the name of I am defending MPP's corruption. Today, a whole ministry is giving how much? 220,000. The young people in the MPP, Obia is richer than you. And today, as we speak, you have more issues than them. So, young man, I was telling you from day one, and I know how brilliant you are, but you have allowed foolish politics, emotions. People in political positions they are already almost done with their political life. They have used you like toilet paper. You see how irrelevant you have become now in Ghana politics. Today, nobody's going to trust you because you led this pack of criminals to be lying to Ghanaians. And the most despicable thing I want to say, omudi nkwasi asem ni wia na ya fro na wo utika kraka te sam ya begina so wona wote brofo brofo na wotintu betima kan kwasi asem defend criminals. Today you see where you are, and the MPP for din koma yembo wudin today. MPP awudi echire 8 years went to man building any better thing in your political life. Don Kuma is a deputy finance minister. Kwasi adwuma wa here for 7 years, echo 8 years. What did you get from it? Today, when power changes, people are going to come after you because you were part of the people. Omo Ebwa Emma Banks to Ghana because you had a bank and you were part of those people. Now you are putting yourself in a position you cannot get yourself out. And we were advising young people like you. You come on TV and you think you can borrow some foolish accent and indirectly insult people. Where is your stand in the NPP? Today, where is your stand? Yeah, but boy, from Krobia and Kaio, because they needed to use you to set toilet paper. They have used you to wipe their ass. And you know these people, the way their asses are shrunk and how crusty Ekufuadomo, Sibi Omoto, Etie, Omoto, a fine gentleman like you, instead of you to concentrate on your career and make something better out of it, you join these cluster of criminals. Today, see where you are. So what should we do? We should all come here and say Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah is pleading that the government should give him money. That will be one of the most foolish things any young person will do in Ghana. So Oppong Nkrumah, my message to you is start thinking, be smart. Do not avail yourself as a toilet paper for these ignorant liars in the MPP to use you. I feel pity for you. I feel bad for you. You've lost all credibility. Nobody takes you serious again. You have become basically a party foot soldier. You have been disinforming every single day. As somebody kind of corner metro, no kutratro. Ekufuado must start to almost say Ghana at COVID-19. Now the TV so a chantro every single day. A young man like you, Metia say misinformation. Your Pentecost ni see the embarrassment. See the embarrassment. And how relevant are you in the MPP? We are dog cry momo. We are toilet paper. And I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you because they will keep using you to clean their shit. And the last 1 year, okay, you'll be cleaning a lot of shit from their ass because you will have to come and clean their ass and you get nothing out of it. You are poor. The deals, they are not making you get some of the deals. Your expectations, you did not meet your expectations. Ken Oforiatta lied to you from day one. So, by your deputy finance minister, ever seen there? Watchman Krawin, our Ministry of Finance. You see how the whole thing is. You're too much for a month. When we advise you, young men, you don't listen. And the achimfone yuzu so okay, you have been misinforming people, disinforming people. A whole information minister, utmitam enkora kwetena computer ji say monka asembone mfa mahama ho, monfa fake news nkwa. What do you get? Have you forgotten say politics there and tomorrow also the beba? So that's my advice to you. Think twice. Don't let these fools use you again. Now fast on Sembebre also can. I'm looking at the IMF issue. You can't place restriction on imports. Import. Yenye him say Katie Hammond technically. Najini nyejuma. Na ene Katie Hammond trade minister. Oko parliament the LI legislative instrument. Embrabi say anka parliament in passe. Na anka nyoma bebree bi a yenye bi wo Ghana no. Ono nya den ono nkwane nipa obetuma ma obi ho kwan se onkofa so nyoma no ntinka akokuma ase force for no muguo no anka omo person onkofa force ne ba e wo so mko keti am wo do nkran na keti am hwehwe mu nkratem ka se wo wagimi dodo mintumi mfa ma anase ewo mo area ho bantuma me ne oba bi nyimo ho nti wo de minimo oh wo de wo ya MPP ni na keti am no be decide wa wo so kofa force kuma ase efiri abrochire ba keti am no be decide wa sebi wo kofa prekunam efiri abrochire ba no obetena nkran the office ono nkoa committee obete no omde report brema onya MPP ni a untumi nkobi enti enda no me hu se MPP for e de atrobi e na obontene and it started and I say nipa start here no e ye Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah Kojo Oppong Nkrumah nam Ghana catch Ghana for say, oh, Ekufuado aban no, aban etie oboa. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah anytime using toilet paper no. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah nimpetfe say, sa emra na MPP for per se omoshe, or that kind of law they wanted to put for people to make it difficult for people to import stuff, no. He knows clearly say it was the IMF no catch Ghana for say sa nkwasi amra na mo pesa mo hye no munjai. So enye Ekufuado abanya otie Ghana for eye KT Hamod ye na adwun say odisa emra we be parliament. This is the third time okọ ye almost stopping no. It is abanya oteso no. Say the ministers ana omo gina mu ma eye president ye ministers no. Say nka omo tie Ghana for na omo adwene wo fie na omo dwene a. Okọ first one na Ghana for reject ye. Trade Union Congress, labor unions, eye enjuma nko nyina babonten say we don't want to see this. Still, this KT Hamona, Okasa Ponko, Okasa want SRD Parliament to be a Ghana. Still, parliamentarians said we don't want it. The people don't want it. NDC for reject it. It is a Kojo Oppong Nkrumah today sits on TV and tells any Ghanaian say NPP are buying a listening government into Nyomana and Commission Beso Muchum Nemi and Famba Ghana no Omoana Adjuno Obwa a IMF for and the catcher Ekufuado almost sending a message and told MPP for say you are not supposed to do that because it is against the international trade rules. Into MPP for in the first place, you know, they did not even go into detail. They did not even consult. They did not even look at the Emrano Modebano, how it will affect our trade partners. Into any MPP na Juni Ghana for any Ekufuado na Juni Kumasi for muchon fusu. Ekufuado on Juni Kumasi for muton tumahu. On Juni Kejetia for Omoko Kwansu kofa nyoma ba. Ekufuado on Juni magazine for kofa engine. Nana nada dan Ekufuado there. On ne say enke yes anyoma ni nyina no. E was say for KT Hamondo so. Ansana yetumi akofa ena IMF said abi. Inti sa wote say MPP for ka say ye Juni Ghana for ho. Inti na yamfa sa ambrana ba omoboa. They were insisting. IMF, you can't place restrictions on import. IMF for say onkwasi ade awa ye ni sika mo bedi no ene international emrano ene eka amode no untumi fa onsa ento nyoma ye kra aba Ghana ye ka kire Ekufuado ye ka kire Ghana for this MPP is a lying government. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah their toilet show will come out every day anytime to lie, even though onyaka prendi they keep insulting him and using him like a toilet roll. He will still come back and lie to you people. Into the Ukraine say NPP NDC for more parliament and a original and a trade unions and a independent businessmen and people who care about the economy and almost original Mahamudu Bawumia was in charge. He wanted this to go. Now Mahamudu Bawumia per se this samra we beto excuse me this samra we na beto na Ghana for kwa huchirim apart from budget no it remember MPP ni bia ntina be ndada say mom ho kwan ombeba e de samra na ba into ton force okumase oton tomatoes okumase oton anwa oton eye nyom eyemuade okumase e wa Ashanti region eastern region omo ndwene wuwo na nkenye IMF na ginemu ni NDC fo na ginemu a anka omo de saa nyoma we ebeto mo so me mamati ase IMF fo na ka kire mo say mo nye saa de no we the 24-hour economy no omo tam free national development planning. Even in 2020, the People's Manifesto, now page 105. I'm gonna last me kind chairman. So the NDC, they have always had a plan for the nation, and the plan was to work within the plan of the nation. I'm repeating, show. The NDC, they have always had a plan, and the plan was to work within the plan of Ghana. And working within the plan of Ghana is working within the National Development Plan. So because of Jandamunti in 2020 no na I was say tie in some na manifesto na de mama heka no na ye to ye for more fanana e twisoroku for more fanana enye message for more fanana NC hospital for more fanana enye kwan for more fanana and fight dollar no for more fanana and stop corruption. The National Development Plan, no, it can stop corruption, it can create jobs, it will make sure that the economy is back on track, and we refuse to listen to that. Na ya man kwasiafo bi TV so ka kire say form of nana asechresing. And in kwasiafo fro asaba say your friend be signal breaking the 8, and no, it does not create jobs. It does not do what? Construct roads. It does not build hospitals. It does not make the economy resilient. So sometimes na osi etinase na ye tie de nipa na eka no na yengan kwasi anyoma na yetie no because yakoma ya fi say enye ebusieni na epre akonya enye ye party ni yentie die ebeboa Ghana. Now let's go into what is very important. Me too mofo from the beginning. Time 2015, the whole Ghana you brought together to put the 24 the National Development Plan together. No, a committee was put together, and the person who was heading that committee was Professor Akosa. Now, that committee, they made it so open to the point where they called everybody in Ghana to come for us to reason before the National Development Plan is put together. And this was when John Mahama was president. They came together, they drafted it, and they said, we cannot keep this to ourselves. Let us share with Ghanaians. Let us Jojo. They opened up for people to come and do what? Discuss the National Development Plan 40 years. Because remember, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah had a 40-year plan. I don't know who told him, who tamahabum, who meat factories, who shoe factories, I don't know who a kwaya kesie, I don't know who come for not money at the idea. It was a plan that was there. In fact, before I play Professor Akosa's statement, now there's this gentleman called Kofi Bentel. That day he was there, and Debbie I'm catching so be better not TV so and not radio so. Now Okachira will say, oh media me a neutral, media me a CSO, media niminyansa chemwa. Those people, majority of them, in fact 90% of the people parading on TVs as analysts, as chairman of CSOs and whatever presidents, majority of them are liars. They are working for political parties. So when the National Development Plan was put together, somebody called Kofi Bentel, Imani, president, he came out and said a few things why he did not agree with the 40-year development plan. Remember, Kofi Bentel was very vocal when John Mahama was in power. In fact, time John Mahama was power, no, time all the demonstration, he was the one leading the demonstrations. You have seen Kofi Bentel. He's in Ghana today. He has led series of demonstrations under John Dramani Mahama's administration. What he tried to do, or what he sought to do, was to make people believe that John Mahama's administration was too much corruption. John Mahama's administration wasn't constructing any roads. John Mahama's administration wasn't building anything. They did not listen to Ghanaians. John Mahama's administration, there was doom. So he led a pack of young criminals who are political insects to destabilize the government's plan. Every single day, Kofi Bentel was leading group of people to fight and speak and say they are the most intelligent people and that he was neutral. He wasn't an NPP member. He never lied the NPP. He never lied the NDC. He was speaking for Ghana. He was lying. The National Development Plan, which is 40 years,
that we have enough of everything. That is fundamental.
This is Kofi Bentel. And he was making some very interesting analysis and argument. Listen to them all. The grammar he's speaking, they don't make any sense. But hey, for them not to say you did your matem na ya mama Gana for say they have nothing better saying. In some other Kenyan, I'll say, you see what he was trying to do? He was trying to substitute dream with plan. From the beginning of his argument, he decided to substitute dream with plan. So from what he's saying, in the 2023 year of our Lord Ayetimi, people in the United States are still posting letters. When did they start posting letters in America? When did Americans start posting letters? It's over 100 years. They are still posting letters, but still there are apps on your phone that you can use to mail. You can use to send a message. But we still live here where we are still posting letters in China, in Korea, in Egypt, wherever in the world, people are still physically posting letters. And he's substituting plan with dream. Now, you can dream to build a mansion, but without a plan, that mansion will never be a reality. He did not even understand his argument. His argument was all over the place. No, we don't want 40 years. We want 5 years. Now we want you to understand there is a dream. It should be 5 years. The plan is too big. The question here is, you can dream to have a mansion. You can dream to build a house. Now the question here is, how do you build a house? You need a plan. If you don't plan, you can have the dream, but you can never implement anything. And this guy stood there foolishly exhibiting the highest form of their ignorance, because he didn't like anything John Mahama put across. From 2015 to 2023, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 9 years, next year, 10 years. That means 10 years out of the 40 years is already gone. What have we done? It is the same John Dramani Mahama who has been able to build a UGMC that is sophisticated to meet any pandemic. It is the same person who proposed the 40-year plan, who has been able to build a multi-million-dollar market in the Ashanti region, where our neighboring countries are all coming there to do business. This person who said he was going to work within the 40-year plan, in 10 years, in less than that, he was able to put the Accra Digital Center together. Do you know how long Accra Digital Center is going to serve Ghana? Over 100 years. And then this guy stands there and foolishly, and they do propaganda like this because they didn't want Ghanaians to listen to sense from John Mahama and the committee that put together the 40-year plan. 10 years is already gone. Today, when you see Kofi Bento, I say the shire after the gray hair. Did he know that 10 years from now we will need Accra Digital Center? He didn't know. He didn't have an idea. His level of intelligence is very low. Did he know that we will need a data center? Did he know that we will need a hospital that can save people during pandemic? No. He didn't even know that when John Mahama was trying to build or convert seawater into drinking water for the people of Accra, did he know in the next 10 years it will be important? So these people don't understand what they talk about. He is substituting dream with plan, and they basically stand alone. It depends how you want to implement them. You can have a 100-year plan. You can have a dream today. That 100 years plan, you feel you are smart, you can be able to implement the 100-year plan. Because we are in Ghana today as we speak. We are talking about a Ghana whereby today you can stand anywhere else and call somebody on phone. From the north to the south, you can make video calls because somebody laid fiber optic cable from the Ashanti region to the Upper East region. Did you consider the years? How many years has that been? So they are basically arguing the number. They are not basically thinking about what to go into making the number positive, because the years are important. Now, if you say we should have a 5-year development plan, Nana Danko Ekufuado back Ghana, ultimately see one hospital. So if we were working with Ekufuado's, we are working with your 5-year plan or your 7-year plan. We are here almost 8 years. Point to me one thing that Ekufuado has been able to do. Point to one hospital, point to one school, point to one university, point to one airport. But somebody who decided to go by the plan has been able to build airports. He has been able to build IT centers. He has been able to build digital data centers. He has been able to build ultra modern hospitals, regional. He has been able to build ultra modern markets. This person was working within the 10-year development, 40-year development plan. So you sit here and you speak like you are watching cartoons. That, oh, Tom and Jerry will run, they'll go and hit a wall, and when they hit a wall, one will bounce back. You are just, your imagination is weak. And these are the people sitting on TV every day, and they are suggesting to you, this is what you have to base on and vote on. See how myopic and ignorant this guy can be.
It's just being just cynical and just opposing for the sake of opposing. It will be done.
That's all. You see the prof, you see the intelligence. Oh, my son, catch you. You can say 40 years, sir. We have 4 years in the 40 years. So the end game is not 40 years. The 4 years we are rolling, we can be modifying the 4 years. And that is why today we are here 2023 talking about National Development Plan, because it's in the National Development Plan. Kofi Bento and his group, those people, they are the people who have brought us here. When you take a company like Mercedes, go and look at the first Mercedes, and come and look at the EQ, the electric Mercedes today. Mercedes did not have a 2-year plan. Mercedes, at the end of the day, even though the designs have changed, it is still Mercedes. When you see the Benz, you know this is Benz. It does not matter how they have modified the design. It does not matter how they have changed the grille or how they. When you see a Mercedes, it is a Mercedes because it is Mercedes. And you can't tell me because today Mercedes is producing electric Mercedes, it has lost Mercedes. No, the brand Mercedes is there. So Mercedes as a company or Toyota or whatever, they have hundreds of years planned, but they have always stuck to their brand. They have stuck to what will make them unique. And then the better say Kofi Bentil, those kind of people, no, they were doing jandam. Why are they not doing a lot of media engagement now? Do you see Kofi Bentil on TV speaking and trying to defend his intelligence? No, he knows people like us are around. We will open his ass. They have stopped going to news file. They have stopped going to debates because now they know the young people are smarter. They will catch them. They are all liars. And these are the people who distract. They distract government upon government in the name of we are experts, we are analysts. They can speak on Banching, they speak on Boadu, they speak on Kobe. They know everything in this world. When you bring energy, they are experts there. When you bring cooking rice, they are experts. When you bring oil, they are experts. When you bring construction of road, they have become champion of everything and they are misleading everybody. We are here today of people because of people like Kofi Bentil. What was his end game? What was his argument about? And the prof gave him a good answer. All the nonsense you are standing there saying is in the 40-year plan. What is your problem? My problem is the years. It's in the 40 years plan. Now let me tell you what they did. So after all this and the 40-year plan was basically put together, something happened. These Kofi Bentil Dems went ahead and still did demonstrations. He and his colleagues, one of the criminals in a war a year, Akoya na bodwe buogumi PPMC. Akoya na no buogum se abrewa baby no. San kwofo no every single day they were on the street with Kofi Bentil. After this, now who said the NDC as a political party, they have basically told Ghanaians we should all think together and bring this together. They adopted another plan. Now they started with demonstrations upon demonstrations against the NDC government, against John Dramani Mahama, because they just didn't like John Mahama. They just didn't like development. They just didn't want Ghanaians to know the truth, because that is how they make their money. So they adopted another plan. Now they started selling Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to the people. They started creating something unique about Akufo-Addo. What was most important, or what Ghanaians really wanted, that could change their lives, Kofi Bentil Dems basically became obstacles. So they were fighting this this proposal and this plan, and they were basically projecting Akufo-Addo who was empty and Baumia. So this is Akufo-Addo 2011. This is his New Year message. He started with the oil revenue. This is what they were cooking for us. We're 2011. New Year message. He basically started New Year message with oil revenue. Oil, no? And the oil sika, they will come with good schools, good economy, and then good health and good jobs. This is how they did the politics. The conversation itself that we were supposed to have, they left it for Kofi Bentil and his group. And those people were on radio and TV misleading Gabi Ochredako, Kofi Bentil, and Usankofono. They were on radio, and what they were doing is they formed a firewall around the Akufo-Addo, and every good policy John Mahama and the NDC will bring out, those people will use Brofo Kwasia Brofubi to say it is bad. Then this ignorant certificate-less Opo will be walking through easily. This is 2011. So this is how they prepared the Akufo-Addo for us. The guy who said he's going to fight corruption, under his leadership, 2 OSPs have resigned, have basically come out to tell us he is the mother serpent of corruption. This is the guy who said, I will fight corruption. Today, his OSP is crying on national television. Now, so GTV coverage, of NPP Manifesto 2012. Mahamudu Bawumia said they will establish aluminium bauxite industry. Now you see these people. The same time, the NDC and Ghanaians were putting together a 40-year development plan. Now, from way back, they had started putting some things in the system. So they have people like Kokubaku supporting nonsense. They have Egbert Fable. They have somebody like Kofi Bentel. They have Kwame Sefakai. A Sankoma Dems were also sitting on news file and polishing the Kufuado. But we had an agenda we had to accomplish. Now, they said they will reduce the cost of doing business. They are in power. 7 years. Today, you can't do business in Ghana. This is just their 2012 manifesto. I am showing you how they positioned the Kufuado. How a Kufuado Dems used. They didn't use them. How the people like Kwekubako, Kofi Bentel, and Sankoma Dems lied to you people. In their manifesto, they said exchange rate. Mahamudu Bawumia was talking about exchange rate. Today, this joker doesn't want to speak about exchange rates. You remember one man, the name he was talking about free SHS. The first year student from JHS3 will go and government will absorb. What was John Mahama saying in 2012? Progressive free SHS. And how did John Mahama say it? He said the first year students from JHS3 were going to be given free education. Day student, government was going to absorb the first JSS for no mobile SS. No, there are some that Papa and Nimse. It was the same thing. It was the same thing John Mahama was preaching, that we were doing free SHS progressively from JHS3 for no mobile SS for no. Those first year students, the government is going to absorb all their fees. Oh, free SHS. So JHS3 for it was the same thing. And we had people sitting on radio defending these lies. Now, they were talking about improving maternity care. They've been in power for 8 years. This is 2012, their manifesto. 2016, so have they built one clinic in Ghana? How do you improve maternity care? So about Ghana, like I say, everybody should enroll on national health insurance. Now, Unsi Hospital, that card they are holding is a piece of shit. Until you get access to a hospital, until you get access with that card to a hospital, for that card to give you access to the hospital to be given the necessary attention, then your national health insurance makes sense. Then you give everybody maternity care. No, you don't just give maternity care in or on the street. You give maternity care in the hospital. The card, anybody can manufacture a card, but what does the card do for you? The card should be able to access a hospital. After 7 years, they have not built one hospital in Ghana. One regional hospital. They spoke about building airport. It's been 7 years. They have not been able to build one international airport. They said we're going to build an international airport in Sunyane. They talked about agriculture technology fund. They call something planting for food and jobs. These people are crazy. But who are the people who made these people crazier? It is Kofi Bentel, it is Kwame Sefakai, it is Isankoma, Egbert Fable, Kwekubako, and their likes. These are the people who have misled this country. These are the people who have brought us here, because na yentie no kure. And we were listening to Kofi Bentel, Kwekubaku, Sankuma. Today, where are these chimpanzees? They have disappeared. Why? Because they have gotten what they want. They were working for the NPP about debts. Satana Jo Mahama, Obetraso, now about 54 billion pe. Satana Kufuado, 2016, Ayenyan to Abano. Now when we say you see Rage Hospital, you will see when we say you see UGMC, when we say you see E-blocks around the nation, teacher training colleges, when we say you converted schools from a diploma to their degree, when we say airport, highways, Pokuasi interchange, or we say you see Rage Hospital, or we say Tamale Regional Hospital, or we say Kaswa, or we say KJTia, or we say Kotokraba, or we say military hospital as Sewia, or we say he was foolishly sitting there saying, Ghana ya bokadodo, and he used some words. Our future will be compromised because now John Mahama Bob is 54 billion. Now you are beginning to understand Ghana politics. I didn't say about Ghana form how dangerous the MPP is. And who were the people projecting this guy? It was Boadu, Nkrumah, Kofi Bento, Kwame Sefakai, Kweku Bako, Egbert Fable. These people were projecting this guy. And the funny thing is, all these people who are projecting this guy and running down the National Development Plan, all these people are journalists who have first-hand information how the country is being governed. But they close their eyes to the good part, and then they make sure they open their eyes to what they believe is the bad part. So whatever the John Mahama NDC administration did, this group of political insects I listed, they basically turned it around and told the people that John Mahama is a thief. So you get the Kufuado who sits like a cyborg baby, tell us, trust me, this is a man who has been a president for 7 years and he has shot people for power. You're bogan of Timutu, pay. Then this guy goes out there because the guys are doing the job for him. Also, the main reason Tia Odiba Omiaba was because of the economy and because of the dollar. That's all. They didn't need Bawumia turning for anything. They needed Bawumia to stabilize the city and make sure the economy, it is strong. And so Bawumia's importance or relevance in the NPP was because of two things. Come and make sure the dollar is one is to a city. $1, 1 city. And that the economy is resilient. That's all. Enti Bawumia, this is how he got into the NPP. Now, Bawumia, the terminal report, any economy, any dollar, where is the economy and where is the dollar? So when Bawumia refuses to speak on the economy and the dollar, Bawumia is not supposed to stand before you say, or per president Teddy, or Bodam. Now, omu didim, omu manuva omu waka kranka no omu be winning election 2016. After omu cha omu throw away nyina, there were ahemfo every single project at John Mahama they all stood in their various towns and said NPP. Yes. Every single place where you see E-Block, we are not here. Every single place where you see market, we are not here. Every place where you see hospital, we are not here. Every place where you see chip compound, no here. Every place where you see university, no here. Na obienitia. Ask yourself, why didn't these people at least see the light and say no? Nana Numbenya hospital nako. Nana Benya nursing training ako. Nana no more. Why didn't they do that? Because they ganged up. They fell for the lies. Ahima, asofo using their puppets and changing the narrative. All because a Sankoma at news file. Kweku Bako eti news file. Kwame Sefakai eti Peace FM. Eye Egbert Fable eti Peace FM. Yawo Boadu Metro TV. And they were selling a message. Kofi Bento are also preventing Ghana from having a national development plan that is going to cover us for 40 years. Slowly, these people poisoned us and Ghanaians bought into what they were selling. Now, when they won power, something extraordinary happened. Remember, and at John Dramani Mahama NDC 2015, Ghana now came together to put together this document called the National Development Plan. And then I said, Professor Kosa Ekasano, NPP winning power. No, the first thing they did in the year 2018 was to put together a committee, and that committee was for the almost said the 40-year development plan. They don't want it. And that they have a 10-year development plan. Kofi Bento they have been able to get what they want. So Kofi Bento pushed that narrative. They knew the 40-year plan was the best, but a free NDC they will stop it, they will sabotage it, they will do everything possible not to make Ghanaians see the light. Now MPP bar power 2018, they came up with another plan. A committee around the nation. We have put resources in for 40 years now. Now a year free SHS womb, a year 24-hour economy womb, infrastructure. They abandoned it. This is a political party. They came to meet a national development plan. They abandoned it and then put together a committee and said this committee is going to put together a new national development plan. which is 10 years. So when they came into power, all that they did was they put something to the National Governing Council, and they came up with what they call the 10-year development plan. Abraya says sika at the 40-year development plan at all. Now, you saw somebody like Professor Adai, on a chairman. Do you want to tell me, Chairman John Mahama Oswa, we were combing all over the country, soliciting for ideas, MMCs, district assemblies, putting together a national development plan. Professor Adai, no. Was he on TV? Yes. Was he on Joy News? Yes. What was he saying? He was rubbishing it. Because it was NDC that came up with the idea. Because it was a plan that came from the minority. Because they are the minorities, because a tough one and one in crime for and in Zima for Ghana for. So let us try and rubbish it. So when they came to power, the first thing they did is they rubbished the 40-year plan and put together a 10-year plan, and they formed what they call the National Governing Council. Where is their 10-year plan? What was in it? I will take my time one day and tell you what is in their 10-year plan. Now when we say we have basically fooled ourselves. Okay? Alan Kodechiramante, where is he today? Today Alan Kodechiramante is telling us Ekufuado or Jimmy 4, he didn't know. He worked with a guy. Finally, he has come out to say this guy is bad news. Today Alan Kodechiramante is no more part of this government. Now look at the plan. Efri Yakoto, one of the most corrupt partners of Ekufuado. He wanted to contest to be president. You saw somebody like Professor. You saw Napo, you saw employment minister. This is where we are. These people can never think through anything original. They cannot create anything original. And whatever has been created already, when they touch it, they mess it up. The person who had you say, this political party MPP, they have done nothing for Ghana. Now the question to them tonight, and to those political insects like a Sankoma, Kofi Bento, Paul Adumochri, Kuku Baku, Kwame Sefakai, and Egbetfe Bomone, disease of human beings. Now they are still living with us. No, let them come and tell us the 10-year development plan, especially Kofi Bento. What has the NPP been able to do with their 10-year development plan? You people are enemies of the state. You people are greedy bastards. You people are the liars we have to come after. People like Kofi Bento, when we see you in public, we need to come after you, chase you, and beat you to death, because we need to Bonini. Our 40-year development plan. You are the fools who have brought us here today. People like you, we need to charge at you people and beat you, because you are the people who are making young nurses today suffering. National service personnel today have not been paid. You are the people who have created unemployment in this country. Somebody like Kofi Bento, you are supposed to be the enemy on the streets. Any young man should attack you and tell you, because of your lies, you don't deserve to live. And we sit here in this country, and this state capture is going on. We live with these fools. Today they want to bring another fool and tell us this one is better. These same people, these same criminals you know, these same thieves, ignorant, empty-minded idiots, they are bringing another empty barrel to present to us as gold. We know these people sold shit to us as gold. These people I'm mentioning, they have sold shit to us, Ekufuado, as gold. Today they are bringing bad shit to tell us this is just what? Cheese. What kind of nonsense is that? Why should we sit and do what? Entertain such idiots? How should we allow? Why should we today be listening to people like Kofi Bento and those people on TV? Why? Are we crazy? Yeah, Jimmy. Do we always want to allow these people to fool us? We are able to complain about everything as Ghanaians. We complain about water. We complain about infrastructure. We complain about economy. We complain about dollar. We complain about jobs. We complain about everything. The only thing that we cannot complain about, and we should not complain about, is using our thumb to make a decision. Because that one, where the prices of rice goes up, the government will make that decision. Where the price of fuel goes up, the government will make that decision. Where the government comes in and whatever they promise you, they fail to deliver, they can tell you, you cannot do FOCO. But the government cannot stop you from using your thumb to tell them that you dislike what they are doing. They can have everything that they want, but your thumb, you should be able to make that decision, because you can't negotiate with anybody and nobody can negotiate with you. It is your thumb and you own it and you can make that decision. We can complain about everything. We should not allow people to complain about what we can do with our thumb. We should not allow people to decide. We should be able to decide with our thumb, and we are supposed to vote against these mad people. I'm just a young man. Myself and my team, we try everything every single day to bring you things that will open your mind. You are watching videos here for the first time and you are shocked. There are people who are humans who are behind me doing this job. It's a team that is ready to speak the truth, to show you the facts. These videos you are seeing and these facts you are putting out, it wasn't generated by AI. It wasn't generated by some robot. It was generated by humans. We do our work, we do our research just to educate you, to open your mind, to be very sure of the next move, not to allow people to bring idiots and parade them to you as intelligent people. The NPP, Kofi Bento, and the rest are bringing Bawumia. Bawumia is a worse shit than Ekufuado. Ekufuado said, I brought Bawumia into politics from Bank of Ghana for two reasons: the dollar and the economy. Today, this same person has refused to speak on the dollar and economy. So why will you go to ballot or go and cast your vote and vote for somebody who, at the end of the day, cannot defend his resume? We need to start thinking. We might hate each other, but when it comes to electing a leader, if we make a mistake, we will always elect a fool, a murderer, an insensitive individual, a corrupt, ignorant soul to lead us. And that is what we are living in today.
Kevin, you know that the guys, President Muhammad today, look at a part in Ghana. Wow, a lot of guys here come one year, they want a far in their far with Ghana. You be a member, make colleagues a far would be so UK because now we have business. We are traveling all over the world. Kevin, this this current government to obey. This boys, now you're Ghana. Okay, why are you who? You go FPS to do. Okay, then Ricky be back Ghana. It's no one some of fun. Mask Viking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one send me by my rig now and tell me I'm okay. That time I can give you Spain and Abba Ghana by a that's a company go from Springfield, like Kevin Orchard,
yeah, that guy.
What? Yeah, really make home. Yeah, that's coffee. Where the Ghana broke. Rig can make a fun by can your colleagues in the Paris in Boadu. I wonder what the war politics is now. On my Reagan uncle. The Masama above the catch it. And Paris no go Reagan now. What are why the work was it? The better year pay Juma. But the Libya will be one government. It was sad. It was sad. And the man wanna I can bend. 10 times now. Me started to follow somewhere 20. I don't know white shirt to be and by your black and white. Yeah, no more board. I'm not Paris now. This guy, he tried to do something. What me you follow? So what more videos? I don't know if you move on. Okay. It's not easy.
We go Fantini, Yamisha. I'll get in touch. Then we will talk more. Aye, Yamisha, Papa. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I gave him time because our first-hand experience, and I'm watching video, and this is the reality. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. Call back. Hello, caller.
Good evening. Good evening.
Go ahead, boss.
Good evening, Mr. Kevin Taylor.
What time? Go ahead.
Kevin, the guy who spoke now, seriously, time out the man who deserve, who educate here, papa. Won't say, okay, happen now. Who can say, video, no one will auditor. So, yes, this is how we call journalism. Seriously. Wama, your friend is a Wamaya Shadia. Papa. Sometimes, say, yeah, 24-hour economy now, your friend is a President Mama Kaino. NPP for now, almost say, which type of policy na NDC for? Yes, Yamfamba, Musi no Yamfambra. You're the Bakupaba. you say friends say we about ya dey be 24 hours economy musimun tiasie na the friends say and you say eyi omunipa your friend say do free NPP no akwati ne party na anko no ani say nko mudi say one for twinu enye but video na obubo he no one moment say yes this is what we call just sabi NDC for anasi ye pay for no minimum say omo show papa because who can say we are nipa be 3 or 4 8 people say onda omutie but omo kan hu ni say enye say yete on money akasi ye politics enye no say you yen team because amanfo omo ye friends of bonsanfo omo ye satanic omo ye die omo ye omo dwen say ba omo aye that dwen say sika bi odo wure mo beba power no ode be wure yesu etire ko ebetwa inshallah ekwan bi ebefa so ebe say ebe popo.
That's Watara. Thank you very much.
Kurona ye basa.
That's Watara say kurona basa. Hello caller. Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Kevin.
Kasamitio. Yeah.
Hello, Kevin.
Lower your radio or TV.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking from London.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin, man. Our friend Moses Park of Austria.
Okay.
Because it's in London.
Moses, wait. Lower site, no. Lower radio or TV, no. Whatever you're listening to, Porcho. I don't want to take you off.
Okay. Melo one I.
Okay,
Melo one. Enyima. In benefit there, I do fear oyi.
No.
Me share say sialmen there. There are some symptoms. Nkofubu wo ha. Why wagin do be say Ghana? Now election ebokumi. In fact, yeah, what diaspora in na nya bread or war. I don't know there by force by take. Yeah, mpenda. Na me pocho me peda isu amam na manfutie lithium na aban maso what to be wukrum aguna so edu I think most sorrow kono nyo
on can't show him no kasa
most sorrow kono
aguna so edu hin or the okasa. We need all the chiefs to have a press conference. They need clarity on this, and that is the next topic I'll be treating. Or that him funina they need to
Ghana fire one de one kasa one person made in the Hebrew Samu. Into all them over see biara. Dam kwani made you. Nya dem over say I do fear oye.
I'm sure I'm Fantini. Hello caller. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Boss, go ahead.
Yeah, Uncle Kevin. Mm-hmm. South Korea.
Okay.
Nyame shira wone wadi mo pa we. In fact, the strategy wa che papa. Na one may ni ada ho. E wonyema bibiri mu. Nyame shira papa. Nemmum NDC for na so tu omfo. Say about why be ko mo mani ada wona de. Madam Jemensa je no 2020 e BCB. Say baby e so declare back when men declare ko kotena baby declare ba. No mo mani na ho. Nyame shira o. Asori bi emre bi ubebo ma baso no ade o masa ya de bi ama na me hwe TV so a utimi se omo ye ade papa
besa concern so. Hello caller akobo omo a o se bo omo baso no mabo omo baso. Hello caller. All right, my main caller bi wa.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Mbacho Kasamitio.
Hello. Yeah. Me meeting the Michael. Me youth, me USCCA, me free Ghana and che. Nah, I'm saying today is my first time listening to you, and then I must say I've been educated like what be me papa because the new baby is no yeah for party or joining I joining a then about we and I'll call something in crowds with the and I say NPP and also joining but growing up, you know, I think that we need to make decisions on our own. And I remember on the course na you baby for but so US embassy or more Twitter page. I remember I just came to the US like 4 months ago. But almost published I think this year 2023 in a years my Ghanaians visa power my travel cup. The graduate from Kane West and I will share my friends that may know money now. Yes, our program about 10 to 15 people in every country, US, masters and PhD. It is sad.
Yeah.
it is sad. My friends in Mina and they friend video call no BS. Then we laugh at the people back home. Yes, he do home for, but he means baby yes free more about do hand. The want to the national service enjoy a car. But at the also Kojuma okay. And the program I'm a day, many and then I've subscribed to the page. Day in, day out, they are make get more content and also educate people here. It's
I appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much too. I appreciate this. All right. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Go ahead. Oh, Kasa.
Kevin, my best service is about Boadu. I say, me question me for buying, and I'm starting to share on Facebook. Me buying viewers in there 4.2K, and I was searching. But I don't start to back for the videos on. And when I was after 80, I don't say so. I can't stay there.
I don't want to be somebody camera. But I say, I'm born here. The kai kanyoma.
But who born a swoti? Who born a swoti? And the men Mudianka, would you can ask some men mango food? Men can ask them, body video. Men, me, and you can Katabas also, but I'm me 3 and the Mistro. Every could can't.
Okay, I see. Martin,
you paragraphs are by lock, and do you by lock? The Ubu didn't get your gap by lock. Many parents have been TV.
You better, yambo, why, bye, more. All right, hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Kevin Taylor. Kevin Boko there.
Bibia Boko.
Me the couple
like blame.
Jiwonu because of a tribu a from place. Na Kevin o de ansana me koso no. Kevin me be say Esem fefefesem de na odi amaye ewo Ghana no. Na Ghana journalist no, atitiri NDC journalist no, ehu hia so mu fa mu susu, mu kasa semu ye already so ana. Akavi. I mean just say asem de nu kwala semu awuka, obi bia document ka ho, obi bia adase.
Hello? Hello?
Ghana radio ana. Kevin Taylor tell another program we here no. Show me who baba kuro mu kura no na nakufa do ni krofo no. O ma ko to sase wo ha. Kevin ya dey yo so. Na me no ene program we here yi. E bra wo pege okokromoti. Say esese ya fa okokromoti eto ba se na nakufa do ni ba o mi anu. Kevin mi si kokromoti ni dia ya nya to awe na mom mi da fe mago na mi na nakufa ni ba o mi boni ni trimodi je mesaka ho but before we know mi se ye ba to ba no na mo se ya nya ya ba no a Kevin eto na mo di bebo ye wo na Kevin wonim na nakufa do teni ye wo Kevin na nakufa do baba 2016 no wo kase ga na for say John Mahama ni ministers boss do ntimi de mi ba mi minister ba ye kuma abi Sadam no John Mahama ni minister 85 pay o Ghana for munche ni and then me ka say na nakufa do minister ba ko 250 the baba no wo mu ye kosia o na oni mu say Ghana for ba to ba tia no oni pa na mom etimoni atuo krono boti system no ka say na nakufa do say o ba break the 8 anti Kevin me dey me too challenge ma o say Kevin me slow and you ma bia da o metinya ye every America ebe buaye abana ye betu 2024 no ye metinya aboho ba no Kevin ye boye o Kevin me say we dey kotojogu for mo na Kevin me nya gwan kura tinya ba ho America aka me ba ho America o
be da se bela kope wo be mo aba besra me. Hello caller. Hello
Kevin at the same magina sa at the same
Bibia Boko.
Kevin na me pese me no di nkomo bi me de bia me twa aggressive ne amaso me de bia me twa aggressive ne amaso na me misa we yo NDC ministers no mo yesen mama time no
I think okay, Kasabitio.
Go ahead. I think
it was 86, right? And 76.
80s, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
I had to say about football. I didn't know 86, you know. Or more ultimate position to say health, to say sports. So say I didn't know you're sorry and not Yakofa another team or mono or many ministers. No matter what netina FM station, no me in some man wa bra. You was some ministers way or honomo. Our brother, you do a matter to be of sports. Sometimes no more about health. We are health minister, mama time. Any emphasis on some media fist first, and turning dear for no more matter, almost so emma, no more mecado, me, or mena ye, Muna ministers, Muna, Yadimosisi, one a muye, which are the we say, we all know your dead man, one a bit me a chile. So now Professor Mijan Fini ko fan ko fo bi no ma kwatra FM station ye bu some question kura ha so de o mo kan ko munim enti me dem ka stress we dem be the suggestion about sanke beya some ministers ning na so mo wi no mo ti ase de a o so mo join some Mijan Fi o so mo join na wadwuma bi a wo ye bi ase ye kan help no help minister na no abetra ho no yi ano no de niam aba so o say attack wo mo serious because the we no me ana de bia me am hihime ma because the way na be me yase ma nwini so won ti say omo pa some ministers na boase plan e wo ba brakon omo nyina wo hono mo ne ma bi hono ma so wo yare de mo man ntranche na mo nyin ko mo mra no mo akasa me yi nsam na no esansa sami je fi ko fo no ko yi nsam na no omo ni mo hwe asembo ko be ka no wo boa no mo so use sa ade no kan na wo boa no na sense ni nyina etime stress so me the suggestion na me dem ma say when say me dem tin kasa na ministers no mama time anya sa ade mama nwini we dem mo mba ho because omo nyina titi akire e no my o madwen say mo na mo kokon kwase antokwa nde say de ya kwa ntafo na kwa ma asantefo no ombe so mo ma en sami je mu koye no mo tina akire position ne ba no mo yo muti aba also me
be from next week amamo next week me list all the ministers under John Mahama we do be a picture beba na ye busam say omo wa hefa me that say thank you very much that's what we're going to do. Hello caller. Hello.
Hello Kevin.
Yes sir, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh I'm sorry, I am very sorry. Man, imagine send me take you off. I was trying to switch to the other line, but I'm imagining it. I'm sorry. Hello.
Kevin.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening. I'm Boadu today. But I didn't apologize about 2024. I mean, sure, my apology, Kevin. And some of what kind of what is the name? We are when it is unpopular in now, was in July, and let it be able to cousin now come. Can I be fat near Wankasa and Alcan? Okay, video will you can some old Kenyan? When you are dated to an oba, and because the Macon are forming you know the now kind. I was a brother boy, I saw my boy, but yeah, one. Yenny was a vigilant while you be around. So, okay, my own bar no boy, and let's say, yeah, you are. Ya my own idea, didn't be my. And the idea say, you're vigilant to idea be around.
It's the S.
Get to say, but you would do never shop. Member dear no jacket and Moko Bonko for Pano these are them one. Cabin 2024. This before mother, a gun had the phone more will be to my clan.
Thank you very much. Hello caller.
Brickman Central. I'm a national lottery authority so or also I could not crap him just one much a country nafa. Who say how with Timikwa? I didn't quite assembly.
Samia Ukumasa na working.
Amia Wukunu or no were free. National Weekly Lotto Hono or call a cropon. Amana Napki Aduki as far best say cropon was also as a Jawat was a when you know beam. Well, another person would be our more Jimmy or Kohako Jina a Brickma Centra, ma Brickma Centra MPP for us what Mane, you know, say, what made Jinan will make free home MP or name Samia Bukusum Koho. I didn't cause assembly
over the Ghana in parliamentary seat, normally to damn you. We cause Shahada, we have a Shah. We be Shah. Okwano say, no, we have a show.
We ya say how we ya koho, we ya say how na we so kwesi chese wo mu tichim. Na Kevin wo kan sem bi say Wontumi Oppong Nkrumah ehia no. Ne kakra wanya akwa ne nya sika no.
Onyeska.
Covid sika ni nyina no say efa kase ekodi no. Ko schools akase a wa pragu Ghana ho ne estate houses a wasisi. A wo nam ho a wo ba ayirebia yi ase a wo mpa boate na wasoma kola am na kobu mu abro. E na oti ho dimi. Just Kevin me just on mamu ne emfa nto charger. Ki asa komu fie nan biem. Am ye hunu se obi abetima tena Ghana ho biem. E de agimi nie wabetena kuapem abese ho agimi ho wo se ho de mensa mpebiem ma hunu se ha de wo ye mmoa mabeda ada wo agi se wo ye hunu metro nam Kevin tim ensem o kikanti nemu me se akoba bia koye foforo no atimi asa ba ho na Brickma Central MPP fo atimi gina ho asa ato ama MP a wa firi akoba bi foforo
Jimmy just say
se wo mo agimi a mi ko ye gimia mentiase
but I say
Ukubo ni video so biya say uhun nanim an odigina ho uhun es nanim an odigina ho uhun professor Boadu jafo anim an odi as wo nyina na wo mfunu nyina toto say wo ayeye te say akese na me bompa ye say so odwan no wo akọwi no wo aye kese no eno na de hypertension be ku wo afri wi ase akọ
bye bye hello caller ozo dwan
hello Kevin.
Yes
Kevin,
go ahead. Yeah
how you doing?
Good.
Kevin, me cow baby so kaya.
Okay.
Bridge, do you remember that?
Monday, me watch row.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, Monday, me show video watch row. Monday, me watch row.
Yeah, okay. The person me can say, what you say? NDC communicators, no. This guy, Asafoje, as a maintaining coming, say, be I mean, follow radio stations now. You know, that guy.
Obojumo Kumasi. Follow the radio stations. Or the Jatenum and Obojuma. Or the Jatenum, Obojuma. Obojuma. Yeah,
I like that guy. So as of baby, I will be more trinkwa. Kosuna ye juma ye kumasi netiye. Uti kumasi na so support NDC. Ati said the uti kumasi, and I said to say uti baby, and I said uton draft. It's not easy. Me wa dia uka nisi na kure. They will listen to you. Oyire uma. Wankasa oyire wa unuanam. Ome say any umi atwenye na asantini de because support de ne enso na obre. Enso na obre.
Let me show you.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Hello caller.
Hello, Black Kevin.
Yes sir, kasa with you.
Hey, afa.
Mini afa.
African. Me from my friends are me now. Black Kevin, no problem with the NDC phone bi no. Wakwana as a youth no, ye juma ye say online there.
Yeah.
Unse MPP this time next year no. I don't person me fake post ni ade no.
Yeah.
And you say me online ye juma no. But sometimes who company phone one no more kasa. Say bi omo say bia some benefit bi no benefit. Adi me opposition. Ye guarantee say e ba power the number power. But as I can no twintwa wana mu bi. Who says I want me adwuma no.
Yeah.
Who says I did not me encouraging in panocra with just common internet data cra.
Yeah.
We have a lot of guys who are ready to do the job. Who say internet no. Who do AGB. Who say more communication appointment ni na. No say adwuma. Esa ko office. And tomorrow say no nya time. Who so bi hono ma. One be for adwuma say wa betima who say we adwuma. Na say internet use name and phone. Who say by you be you tonight you warn no because of nkofo because brabo ma boy dodo na you fear rasu ye juma ni shara nye things are they be all online bit my juma no. Right now, so the majority of the voters from 18 to 35. That is a category now. But once at least over now, yet is MP. I don't think the MPP for winning on the mainstream media. No. Boys now they are ready to do this type of job for them. No. They encourage them. And yes, you have to. I just say we trust kake CB the towards any paninies. Me say mami can't na baby I'm one me atuma kwa home. Mo sa handle NDC enshana nya strong. And I'm call Tafo constituency hono. Black evening. Makwa tua card any other. They have to normal for card number. We've been communication team, no. Offer we ne extra we ne like I think that they are not ready to work. Almost share any page. They also internet there. A global anchor. Almost you're active online. You see, say these people from this so and so on. Almost online. I'm fat mediators. I'm fat. And I'm who charmer back could be. And will be any no charmer and that. Meaning deal common or them by regionals. Ashanti regional office no. Oh, team call no more dim common here there. As a like call don't flow here like back to back. Said they make an what I say. Like movement. Vibe cost. Sounds also we will be a we share any interest ana. Brand no je I don't know. What's at least maybe I can say oh nyesika sema na bibisa. What's at least omutimi you tonight ready to work on the social media for them. You flyers near the near the other post in fake. You come back on it and repost it again. Say and actually say I didn't fix it. You have to be always online. But so when this at least you can call the guys and make them organize. Say yeah, I see me say na for the share any sponsors into no. O dey group even say nya gadget mamokra. Use one phones. We will be provided just internet for now. No watch them say, oh, based on our condition, at least.
My from number now, or last number near 44. I'll let you organize 20 solid guys. I'll put you guys on surveillance. Now you work hard on social media. What we are going to do is we are going to create a page for you guys. You will lead it, and other one or two people, and then we will give you some work to do. And team Yankasama for last number near 44. My team will put together a platform, and then we will make sure we resource 20 of you guys to do this job. We will do some verification, and then before we do that, right? But I say thank you very much. All right, so that is it for today. And the story, my team, Mr. S, remind me of this. It's very important to me. The gentleman I just spoke to, I have his number here. Where is the note pad? Okay, so Mr. S, remind me about the guy I spoke to here in the Ashanti region. We are going to get about 20 of them to support them to be doing NDC communication on the internet. We will fund this and make sure, say, they put the right the news out there. We will get our teams to manage the page. No Jandam news, but we'll make sure that their impact is felt when it comes to posting NDC policies, NDC Manifesto, making sure the stories are out there. 20 from the Ashanti region. What we can do for them, so we can always get them data to be making sure. But before they put anything out there, they will have to go through the administrator of that platform, to verify every single post that they can make on the platform you open. It's one of those things that we would do. Mr. S, remind me, please, for us to take it from there. And then Mr. P, I want you to also remind me of this. It's very, very important. We'll get out 20 of them. I'll go through the NDC chairman and then NDC communicators Asafoje and the regional communication boss, to make sure they have verified 20, and then we can work with the 20 of them to make sure their impact is felt when it comes to delivering a message about NDC, their policies, and how the party is going to dominate in the Ashanti region come 2024. Now, Mr. S just gave me this to show to you. You say a year done little Akobo police in Yasum. I'm a year and the done little 1K dream. Now, Mr. S, so Odimso Philly Don Little Kakra. As somebody said, the Kumewood actor Don Little has found himself at the wrong side of the law for knocking down a motor rider with his car in Kaswa, Central Region, and also allegedly slapping a policeman. Don. So yes, I did publicly come out and apologize. And Don't. So yes, I dia wanya there. Don't. Now police in Otiana, and now okoto the original. Don't. And now original carbonate is not panyain. Don't. This is bad for your image. So I will advise you, say, whatever. No, you need to go and officially apologize. I know this is not something you have to serve jail time. So police for no a year a cabia or say a boa, you need to be slapped. Say I'm talking about slapping with and a charge, and I say something to pay. If you have to do some a year, if it is true, because they say it's alleged that you slapped the policeman. If it is true, I will say police for no a year community work be MOE for a month or two to serve as a deterrent. Into you are a public figure. Say BBC and if it is true, it is alleged. Into I cannot prove here. Say but say the police should get you something to do in the community for about 2 months. Senebeya amount for the Bishop said, with all due respect, you are not supposed to take the law in your hands. In the first place, so the car will be in the police nearby. You are not supposed to slap a police in yes, alleged to. I cannot prove it here. But this is the news. Yati, it's very bad, and he's a young. He's an uncle that I really respect, and I hope say he will do the right thing next time.